Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to your reading. Today, we are diving deep into the energy of someone who is currently heavily on your mind, or perhaps someone who has you heavily on theirs. You have clicked on this reading for a specific reason. There is an unspoken connection, a lingering energy between you and a specific person. I am sensing a very heavy, intense emotional atmosphere surrounding this connection today. We are going straight into what they are feeling, what they are hiding, and what their true intentions are toward you right now. As I tune into the energy, I can feel a profound sense of regret and longing. So, let us get right into the messages. The very first card I see on the table today is the Tower. Now, this is an incredibly powerful and intense energy to start our reading with. The Tower represents a sudden, massive upheaval, a moment of profound realization that completely shatters the foundation of everything this person thought they knew. In the context of your connection, this card signifies that, since the separation or the distance between you two occurred, their entire world has been turned upside down. They are currently experiencing what I can describe as a painful spiritual awakening. When you left their life, or when this connection was paused, it was not just a simple breakup or a casual ending for them. It was a literal tower moment. The walls they had built around their heart, the ego they used as a shield, all of it came crashing down. They are now standing in the rubble of their own choices, looking at the wreckage and realizing that their own actions, or perhaps their inactions, are what caused this destruction. They are dealing with a shocking revelation about their own feelings for you. For a long time, they may have tried to convince themselves that they were fine, that they could easily move on and find someone else, or that this connection was not as deep as it truly was. But the Tower shows that this illusion has been violently stripped away. They are left with the undeniable raw truth. Losing you was the biggest mistake of their life. The foundation of their life feels unstable without you. They thought they were in control of the situation, but the universe stepped in and humbled them. They are grieving the loss of the reality they shared with you, a reality they took for granted until it was suddenly gone. This energy is chaotic and painful, but necessary for their growth, forcing them to look at the shadows within themselves that they had previously ignored. The next card that presents itself is the Seven of Swords. This card immediately brings a very specific, slightly sneaky, and deeply defensive energy into the reading. Historically, the Seven of Swords is about deception, running away, or trying to get away with something. However, in the current energy field I am picking up from this person, it speaks volumes about how they are operating right now regarding you. They are hiding their true feelings, not just from you, but from the entire world. They wear a mask of indifference, portraying a version of themselves to their friends, their family, and even on social media that says they are completely fine and entirely unbothered by your absence. But this is a complete facade. The Seven of Swords reveals that they are secretly carrying this heavy burden of regret and longing, while trying to tiptoe around the truth. Furthermore, this card strongly indicates that they are keeping tabs on you. They are actively watching you from a distance. Because they do not have the courage to come forward directly and face the music, they resort to indirect methods of staying connected to your energy. They might be looking at your social media profiles, asking mutual friends about how you are doing, or simply energetically checking in on you. There is a sense of immense guilt attached to this card. They know that the way they handled things in the past was not entirely honest or honorable. They are currently realizing that their strategy of running away and hiding behind walls of deception has only isolated them further. They thought that by avoiding the heavy emotions, they could escape the pain. Instead, they have trapped themselves in a prison of their own making. They cannot fully move forward because they are constantly looking back over their shoulder, wondering what you are doing, who you are with, and if there is any possible way they could subtly re-enter your life without having to take full accountability for the mess they created. It is a defensive energy stemming from a place of deep fear and vulnerability that they are utterly unequipped to manage properly. Moving forward, I see the card, the Devil. This is a heavy karmic energy. When the Devil appears, it indicates an attachment almost impossible to break. This person is quite literally obsessed with you. Despite the physical distance or the lack of communication between the two of you, the energetic cord connecting you is thick, intense, and heavily charged. The Devil speaks to the darker, more primal side of human emotion. They are entirely consumed by thoughts of you. It is a longing where they feel chained to your memory. You are their energetic addiction. They try to distract themselves with work, with other people, or with bad habits, but absolutely nothing works. Every time they close their eyes, your face is there. Every time they try to move on, they are aggressively pulled back into the gravity of your connection. This card also highlights a profound sense of powerlessness on their end. They feel like they have lost control over their own mind and emotions. Now, those same fears are holding them hostage in a permanent state of regret. They are haunted by the physical intimacy you shared, the deep conversations, and the undeniable raw chemistry. There is an abundance of passion here, but it is currently mixed with severe frustration and a feeling of being trapped in their own catastrophic mistakes. They desperately want to break free from this internal suffering, but they know that the only true release would be to come clean, to be entirely vulnerable, and to face you directly. And that terrifies them more than anything. They are sitting in the dark with their demons, realizing that their ego, their pride, and their toxic behavioral patterns are the very things that cost them the most valuable, irreplaceable connection they ever had. You have fundamentally changed them, and they are struggling fiercely to cope with the withdrawal of your presence in their life. The next card on the table is the Moon. This beautifully eerie card perfectly complements the intense energy we have seen so far. The Moon is all about illusions, hidden things, the subconscious mind, and deep-seated anxieties. For this person, everything right now is shrouded in confusion and overwhelming fear. They are lost in the dark, trying to navigate their emotional landscape without a compass. Because you are no longer there to guide them or to offer them that comforting, familiar light, they are forced to confront the shadows they have been actively avoiding for so long. The Moon tells me that they are having extremely vivid, emotionally charged dreams about you. Their subconscious is working overtime, projecting their deepest regrets and desires into their sleep. They wake up feeling completely disoriented, feeling the phantom warmth of your presence, only to face the harsh reality that they are alone. This card also strongly represents secrets. There are things they never told you, words left completely unspoken, apologies left hanging endlessly in the void. These unsaid things are literally eating them alive from the inside out. The Moon highlights their intuition, which is loudly and persistently telling them that this connection is not truly over, even if the 3D reality suggests otherwise. They feel this undeniable magnetic pull toward you, but they are terrified of what lies in the shadows of the unknown. If they reach out, will you reject them? Have you already moved on with someone else who treats you better? These painful questions loop endlessly in their mind, causing severe, paralyzing anxiety. The path forward is completely obscured for them. They do not know how to fix what is broken, and they do not know how to bridge the massive gap that has formed between you. The Moon energy desperately asks them to trust their inner voice. But their inner voice is currently screaming with the painful realization that they threw away a rare, beautiful love because they were too scared to embrace the light. They are living in the twilight of what could have been. The next card is Judgment. This marks a monumental shift in the energy. Judgment is about resurrection, awakenings, accountability, and the calling of the soul. This person is going through a massive internal reckoning. The universe is literally blowing the horn, demanding that they wake up, look at their life objectively, and take full responsibility for their past actions. They can no longer hit the snooze button on their spiritual growth. This card indicates that they are currently re-evaluating everything that ever happened between the two of you. They are playing back the tape of your relationship in their mind, pausing at every single crucial moment, and finally, for the first time, seeing things entirely from your perspective. The blinders are finally off. They are judging themselves incredibly harshly for the mistakes they made. They are realizing the full gravity of their unfairness, their immaturity, or their complete selfishness. But judgment is not just about punishment. It is fundamentally about absolution and rising up. They are feeling a profound, undeniable spiritual call to make things right. They know deep down that in order to find any sort of lasting peace, they must seek your forgiveness. The Judgment card represents a genuine second chance, a much-needed rebirth. They are desperately hoping that the universe will somehow grant them an opportunity to rise from the grave of their past mistakes and approach you as a completely renewed, significantly evolved individual. They are actively trying to shed their old, toxic skin. This is a period of intense, painful transformation for them, triggered entirely by the agonizing pain of losing you. They are finally ready to answer the call, to step bravely into the light of truth, and to face the music, no matter how incredibly daunting or terrifying it may seem to their ego. Following that heavy awakening, I see the Two of Cups. This is absolutely beautiful, heartwarming energy. Despite all the intense pain, the chaotic energy, and the heavy regret we just uncovered, the core of what they feel for you is genuine, mutual, and pure love. The Two of Cups represents a true soulmate connection, a deep, harmonious bond between two people who genuinely see and intuitively understand each other. This card appearing now unequivocally proves that beneath the thick layers of their stubborn ego, their paralyzing fears, and their past foolish mistakes, their foundational love for you remains completely intact and untarnished. In fact, the painful separation has only dramatically magnified these deep feelings. They clearly recognize you as their equal, their true other half. They remember the beautiful, effortless connection, the very specific way your energies simply clicked perfectly together. They are tightly holding on to the precious memory of the beautiful, balanced exchange of emotions you once shared. This person profoundly wants reconciliation. The Two of Cups is the ultimate tarot card of coming together, of making sincere amends, and of offering one's heart openly and completely honestly. In their troubled mind, they are constantly envisioning a beautiful scenario where they can sit across from you, look deeply into your eyes, and offer you their cup, a heartfelt apology, a passionate declaration of love, a solemn promise to do significantly better. They realize fully now that what they possessed with you is exceedingly rare and precious. It is absolutely not something they can just go out and casually find with the next random person. The profound mutual respect and the deep emotional synchronicity, beautifully represented by this card, are exactly what their soul is currently craving. They desperately want to heal the painful rift between you. They want to beautifully restore the balance and perfect harmony that was tragically lost. This card brings a brilliant ray of hope into the reading, clearly showing that their true intentions, moving forward, are deeply rooted in pure love and a genuine burning desire for an equal partnership. The next card that emerges is the Knight of Cups. This represents the energy of inspired action, romantic offers, and finally following one's heart. This person is slowly but surely moving out of the stagnant, paralyzing energy of deep regret and shifting into the proactive energy of wanting to actually do something tangible about it. The Knight of Cups is a beautiful romantic messenger. They are currently actively formulating a strategic, thoughtful plan on exactly how to approach you. They absolutely do not want to come in hot, reckless, and chaotic. They want to come in softly, gently, offering an apology that is genuinely sincere and deeply emotionally grounded. This person is spending a significant amount of time actively romanticizing you and the entire connection in their busy head. They are constantly listening to sad, reflective love songs, typing out long, emotional messages they inevitably delete, and constantly imagining the absolute perfect moment to finally reach out to you. The Knight of Cups signifies strongly that a real emotional offer is coming your way. It might be a slightly slow progression, as Knights are certainly not the fastest moving energy in the deck, but it is remarkably steady and deeply driven by completely genuine, heartfelt emotion. They are finally, painstakingly gathering the necessary emotional courage to be entirely vulnerable with you. They deeply want to bring you a beautiful message of enduring love, to express clearly exactly how incredibly sorry they are, and to show you tangibly that they have genuinely changed for the better. They absolutely know they need to properly woo you all over again, to effectively prove their worth, and to show you clearly through incredibly consistent, genuinely romantic actions that they are completely serious about making proper amends. They are mentally preparing themselves to bravely bring you their overflowing cup of love, hoping with absolutely every single fiber of their evolving being that you will not reject it. As we near the very end of the reading, I see the Nine of Wands. This card introduces a necessary note of careful caution and deep emotional exhaustion. They have been through an incredible amount emotionally, and they absolutely know that you have too. The Nine of Wands clearly shows that they are currently battered, emotionally bruised, and feeling quite defensive, but they are still stubbornly standing. They are incredibly resilient. However, this card mostly forcefully points to their acute, highly sensitized awareness of your newly established boundaries. They know perfectly well that they cannot just casually waltz right back into your life, exactly as if nothing traumatic happened between you. They know you have your strong guard up, and they know you are entirely justified in doing so. You have carefully built strong walls to protect your precious heart from any further unnecessary damage. The Nine of Wands signifies their distinct hesitation. They are actively watching you, seeing your incredible strength, and quickly realizing that they have to work incredibly, exceptionally hard to definitively prove that they are genuinely safe to let back into your inner circle. This card clearly shows that they are diligently preparing for a serious battle. Absolutely not a battle against you, but a fierce battle for you. They are completely willing to put in the immense effort, to face your understandable skepticism head-on, and to patiently endure whatever rigorous tests you decide to put them through, simply because they know that successfully winning your precious trust back is the final, most necessary hurdle they must overcome. They are incredibly tired from constantly carrying the crushing weight of their heavy regret, but they are absolutely not giving up on you. They are patiently standing right at the strict boundary line, gathering their final, crucial reserves of strength and courage before they finally make their significant move toward you. The final card on the table today is the absolutely breathtaking card, the Star. This is the absolute perfect, most beautiful closing energy imaginable for this incredibly intense reading. The Star profoundly represents ultimate spiritual healing, profound, undeniable hope, divine energetic guidance, and massive wish fulfillment. After the complete devastation of the tower and the scary darkness of the moon, the Star beautifully emerges to bring much-needed peace and absolute clarity. For this particular person, you are quite literally their guiding star. You are the brilliant light at the very end of their incredibly dark, lonely tunnel. This stunning card indicates clearly that through this agonizingly painful process of losing you and intensely reflecting on their numerous mistakes, they are actually undergoing profound, highly necessary healing. The universe is actively washing away their toxic, avoidant traits and thoroughly cleansing their spirit. They are finally gaining a crystal clear, entirely renewed perspective on exactly what truly matters in this life. They are incredibly, undeniably hopeful about the future, specifically a beautiful future that prominently involves you. The Star is entirely about having absolute, unwavering faith. Even if things look completely impossible to fix right now in the 3D reality, they hold a quiet, incredibly steadfast belief that the powerful universe will somehow, eventually bring you back perfectly together. This card represents pure, entirely unfiltered optimism. They want to heal the damaged connection, but far more importantly, they desperately want to fundamentally heal themselves so that they can finally be the supportive, loving partner you truly, absolutely deserve. They are constantly sending you pure healing energy from afar, wishing you incredibly well, and hoping desperately that the stars will beautifully align for a proper second chance. Their ultimate, deepest wish is for true reconciliation, perfect harmony, and a fresh, incredibly beautiful start with you, guided entirely by radical honesty and genuine, enduring love. This concludes an incredibly deep and remarkably transformative reading today. The powerful journey from the destruction of the tower to the ultimate healing of the star shows a complete, beautiful evolution of this person's soul, triggered entirely by the massive impact of your initial presence and subsequent painful absence in their life. They are hiding a vast world of intense regret behind a stoic, fake mask, but their true soul is loudly calling out for yours. Remember, beautiful souls, that you absolutely hold the power here. You are the bright star in their sky, and it is entirely up to you whether you choose to let their light back into your carefully protected universe. Take the messages that resonate deeply with your intuition and simply leave the rest behind. I am sending you all so much love, brilliant light, and profound healing energy today. Until next time, take very good care.